National 7. And to reach, because the time to reach the highway, it will be a big problem because we are in a place called Sophia Antipolis. Sophia Antipolis, it's the biggest technopolis of France and Europe. So imagine that to reach the highway, it's a big problem at this hour because all the people are coming to go not very far from the highway. So that's why we're going to take beautiful road. We're going to follow the shore. After, you are a tourist today, huh? You don't work, huh? Remember. So we're going to follow the shore. From Antibes, we're gonna cross the capital of French Riviera, Nice. And after, you will remember about this beautiful road. We will take a scenic road called Low Scenic Road, Basse Corniche, to reach the Principality of Monaco. Tomorrow, when we will arrive in Monaco, no, just kidding, no, no, when we will reach Monaco, we are all the time in Monaco, so we can say that it's really better to do that. You are tourists, as I said, so it's really better. We are here to show you the best. And so when we will reach the Principality of Monaco, I don't know if the prince will wait for you. I'm not sure, but we will visit the capital of Monaco, that is called Monaco. I will explain more when we will reach, not very far, but if you have any question, don't hesitate, if I let you. But just to know that, yes, as we will arrive in Monaco city, the capital, so we will make a walking tour. We will make a walking tour. You will have your lunch pack, picnic. I will show you the best place. We have several places, but we won't be alone in Monaco. So I will show you the best place. We have gardens, and not very far from the parkings we have a place, not very far from the museum also. So we will discover the gardens. We will try to enter into the cathedral. I said try to enter because sometimes it's not possible. The cathedral where is buried the dynasty of Grimaldi, especially Princess Grace and Prince Rainier. And we will reach the pass. So the changing of the guard is every day at 11:55. So normally, I said normally, we will see the changing of the guard. You will have free time, and during the afternoon, I will give you the meeting point to the museum. I will ask since the beginning who the people who wants to enter see the Oceanographic Museum and this fabulous aquarium. Not only aquarium, but I will ask just to have an idea. So it will be during the afternoon or the museum or more free time with a touristic shop, and you will see. So you will have different choice. Let's gonna cross Antibes. So you are in a region. When did you arrive for your convention? When did you arrive?
May 1st. Sunday.
Okay. So it was only for work until today. Yes?
Yes.
So today, good. And tomorrow also? Work again? No, it's not possible. In French Riviera, it's not possible to work. Yes, you know that, so in France we have several regions. We have 13 regions actually, and this region is called Provence, Alpes, Côte d'Azur. Here we are in Côte d'Azur, that we translate by French Riviera. French Riviera. And Provence, it's when you go more in the west side. It means that 1 hour from here, it's the beginning of Provence, I would say. And the Alps, Provence-Alpes-Côte d'Azur, the Alps, in a few minutes, you will discover, just after all those buildings, sure that you have seen the south chain of the Alps. We still have snow at the top, not a lot. At that time it's normal, and this year we didn't have a lot of snow. But quickly, you have to know that this is an area that attracts a lot of people to work and lots of tourists, and because in few minutes, we must say in 1 hour, you can go to ski slopes and you can go to the beach in the same day. So it's good. With a beautiful weather. Today we are lucky because blue sky, so it would be better for us. Sometimes after they announce a little rain, but doesn't matter. Today it's necessary to have beautiful blue sky. So this region, I said region, after we have different departments, and here this department it's called Alpes-Maritimes, the sea Alps that go into the Alps that go into the sea. And the capital, I said, is Nice. So Nice, that is the 5th biggest town in France that we are going to cross later. So Nice, just to have an idea, it's 360,000 inhabitants in winter time. Here, Antibes arrived in 3rd position, because in 2nd position we have Cannes. I don't know if you have time to go to Cannes, but Cannes, that is really famous for the International Film Festival, that is not very far from here, without the traffic, I said. But more, I said, when you go to the west, after Juan-les-Pins, you have Golfe-Juan, and after you have Cannes. So Cannes arrives in 2nd position, with 75,000 inhabitants, and just with 74,000 inhabitants all the time we give the number in winter time. Attention.
Oui, ils sont bien gentils.
We have Antibes. Yes, we have lots of people, they try. Even if it's red for them, they try. It doesn't matter, it's a big coach, but a man wanted to cross, and it wasn't for him, it was red for him. But we have a good driver, and who didn't want to make an accident. Yeah, just pay attention. When you are in French Riviera, especially in the big towns, when you want to cross, sometimes it's green for you, pedestrian green, and you want to go, and the cars pass. But they didn't stop. They don't stop, just to know. So pay attention. The hospitals are really good, but it's better not to visit them. No, sure. So Antibes, in a few minutes, you will see some yacht. We still have yacht. Even if Antibes actually 3rd biggest town in French Riviera. This place, it's known to be the biggest yachting harbor of Europe, with the big yacht that we have until few weeks, we must say, because actually a lot of yachts that used to belong to Russian oligarchs disappear. The yacht disappear. It means that actually we have less. But just imagine we have a place called the Billionaire Pier. We still have, but less this year. Je sais pas si on est mercredi. Ouais, ça roule un peu. Look, we have a view of the sea, the south chain of the Alps, just in front. it's better without construction. So we're going to take this National 7. After, when we'll come back, just to know, we'll come back around 5 in Juan-les-Pins, we will take the highway. So on the right side, yeah, you can see we have different boats, just on the right side. Train station, car station, also coach station, and you will discover in a few seconds, all the time on the right side, building that we call the fortress, the square fortress, le Fort Carré, and that it was created in the 16th century. I don't know if you had time. I hope that you will have time to discover, the oldest part of Antibes. Antibes, just have a look. On the right side, can you see? Totally on the right side, behind, you have the oldest part of Antibes. You have the harbor here, so you have the square fortress on the left side. If you have a look like this, the left side square fortress, the Fort Carré, the biggest harbor, and on the right side the oldest part of Antibes. Imagine that Antibes, it's probably, certainly, the oldest place of this area, because created by the Greek people. Don't worry, I'm not going to bore you with all the history, but I need to explain a few things. And imagine that 5th century BC, people like you, but were here, and so they decided to create trading posts on all the coast. So they began in Marseille, the biggest town in the south of France, 2 hours from here, more in the west side. And from Massalia, they created different trading posts, and this trading post of Antipolis. Antipolis was the Greek name of Antibes. Antipolis. Antipolis, it means the town in front of. Actually, the historians fight against to say in front of which place. In front of which place. Sometimes they used to say Nice. No, it's not possible, because Nice was created after. Nicaea was created after Antipolis. So just have a look on the right side of this fortress from the 16th century. You will hear many times Fort Vauban, also Fort Vauban, not created by Vauban, but restored by Vauban, because it was created 1 century before Vauban. That make lots of restoration, fortress, like the fortress in Cannes, for example, and lots of fortress in all France, Vauban. So this place, just imagine, so Antibes with, so very, very old. Actually, we still have ramparts in Antibes. The difference of Nice, no more ramparts. Grass, no more ramparts, also walls. So Antibes we still have. And this fortress that you have seen, it was really necessary to protect. Just to make a little summary, that in reality, in few minutes, when we are going to reach Nice, just imagine that Nice, really a summary, Nice is French only since 1860, middle of the 19th century. Before, Nice was with the different states of Italy. Many times people say, oh, Nice was Italian. It's a little mistake, because Italy didn't exist. It was only different states, And so imagine that Nice, not very far from here, It was necessary to protect. It was the Italian states, and here it was France. So we have some strategic places like Antibes, for example. So it was really necessary. After, in the 19th century, they decided to destroy one part of the rampart for Antibes. Antibes, sure, that attract Antibes, Juan Lépin also. When we talk about Juan Lépin, we talk about jazz festival. That is the oldest in Europe, oldest jazz festival. Antibes, we think about a special man that marks the art in general and the region. I will say Pablo Picasso. Pablo Picasso, we have in Antibes the first museum dedicated to this painter in all over the world. Just imagine that Pablo Picasso was a Spanish, okay, and he finished his life not very far from here in a place called Mougins. In 1973, he died, and so they created this museum in the really old castle that has a long history also. But just to know that it was officially the first museum dedicated to Pablo Picasso. And I said it marks the area, the region, because not very far from the place you are, you have Valoris. Valoris, that is famous for its ceramics. And for example, we have a little museum dedicated to the ceramics, and Pablo Picasso initiates to the ceramics in Valoris. He painted a little chapel dedicated to war and peace. So for us, unfortunately, for the moment, it's not possible to follow the shore for the bus, for the coach. But after, in few minutes, a few kilometers, it will be possible, it will be better.
Tu peux leur dire qu'on fait le retour.
De quoi?
Le bord de
Ah non, non, parce qu'après au retour on fait autoroute.
Ouais.
Autoroute, autoroute pour tout le monde, Non, après.
C'est toi le chef.
Ouais, non.
You know, in Antibes, we have just on the left side, Antibes is also famous for Marineland. Marineland that was created in the 70s, 1970, 70, just on the left side, where we have some shows with dolphin and orcas. You know, in France we have law. I think in 3 years, normally it will be forbidden to have this kind of show. So it's a new law. So Marineland, if you want to see Marineland, it's the moment. So the Mediterranean Sea, and you know the bay that we have between Antibes and Nice, it's called the Angels Bay, la Baie des Anges, la Baie des Anges. The angels comes from angel's fish. We used to have a lot of angel's fish. Just imagine it was a kind of shark. Don't imagine the shark that you will see in the museum. No. It was kind of shark. We used to have a lot, and so the fishermen gave the name of Angel's Bay because of the angel's fish. So when I was talking about Sophia Antipolis, I said before Antipolis, the Greek name of Antibes, and Sophia Antipolis, this very, very big technopolis, the biggest in Europe actually, was created in 1969. And this place, and today it's more than 2,500 enterprises, companies, more than 50,000 people that are working into this place. And Sophia Antipolis, it's situated, you have one part in Antibes, and after we have 4 others towns, Biot, Valoris, Mougins, Valbonne, and Antibes. So more than 5,000 researchers, and so really high technological place. So economically, it's really important because the tourism is really important here, as you can imagine, but this place of Sophia Antipolis is really important economically. How are you? Good?
Good.
Ça va bien? Do we have some French? Because I know that you have some people from all over the world. Where did you come from? Philippines? After? Where do you come from? We have, which countries we have? Portugal.
India.
India, wow.
Brazil.
Brazil. In India it was very hot those days.
Yes, yes.
Few,
Around 40 degrees.
Oh, yeah, wow.
Yeah.
So we have a beautiful mix.
But not at all the parts of the India, only at some parts.
Ah, yeah.
At some part it's still 25, 20.
Oh.
Yeah.
So the temperature is better here.
Yes.
Sure. So we are going to reach one place that is called La Marina Baie des Anges, the marina of the Angels Bay. The Angels Bay, I explained before. And the marina, it's not hotels, it's apartment. And the idea was to recreate the idea of the architect. Sometimes they have ideas. The idea was to recreate the idea of the Alps that go into the sea, the mountains that go. Sometimes you can see, like, you know, as we have more and more cruise line, like boats also, why not? But the main idea was to recreate this idea of the Alps that go into the sea. So we're still in Antibes, and now, as we are here, after those places, we will enter in Villeneuve-Loubet, after Cagnes-sur-Mer, and after we will enter into Nice. So you have seen the Alps, and you have the pre-Alps, and just in front, just without snow. The pre-Alps of grass, we say, and not very far from here, without traffic, 45 minutes from here, we have grass, and that is famous to be the international capital of the perfume. Yes. You will have to come back, sure, to visit all the places.
Elle a dit quoi du coup? On prend pas trop, on continue tout dans le train, on a dit.
On de mer après la basse. De manière, c'est parce que j'en avais parlé avec toi. Si on prend la moyenne, non mais tu te retrouves à l'entrée du tunnel là-haut.
Ah non, puis alors moi j'étais stressée à l'idée, parce que moi j'étais restée sur l'idée qu'on faisait Monte Carlo. Je me disais, c'est Monte Carlo, courir pour arriver à la relève. Et moi j'étais stressée, j'étais là. Et les filles, quand elles sont arrivées, elles m'ont dit non, on fait Monte Carlo. Je dis, voilà, j'aurais mieux dormi.
Après, je sais pas, on verra s'il y a le temps ou pas, à la rigueur. Ce qu'on peut leur faire, c'est au départ, on leur fait faire la grille de départ, le tunnel.
Ah ouais, quand
Tu vois ce que je veux
repars,
dire?
oui. Ouais, ça serait juste pour faire le truc, ouais, ça serait
Pour leur montrer une partie du circuit.
Ouais, bien sûr, ouais. Toi, t'as un 14 mètres, toi. Vraiment de pire en pire.
Ouais, mais bon, là, c'est des travaux.
Et ouais.
Un petit coup derrière.
Better to be guide than driver. Hein? Oh là là.
Ça aide. Obligé de monter sur le point. Pas le choix.
Ouais, là, t'as pas le choix.
Villeneuve-Loubet, you know, Villeneuve-Loubet is not very far. The marina, those huge buildings are situated in Villeneuve-Loubet. Villeneuve-Loubet is famous. We have a small village, very pretty village, and where was born a famous chef a long time ago, Auguste Escoffier. That was famous. It has the nickname of the king of the chef and the chef of the kings. I created lots of recipes, you know, and actually for all the chefs, Auguste Escoffier, it was like really a reference, and it's the Bible, we must say, of the chef.
Bah, dis donc, pas de chance avec ces travaux là.
Bien. Tu sais bien que c'est tout.
Ouais.
Tout le temps.
Tu sais comment c'est une reprise totale aujourd'hui.
Ouais.
Ben, j'ai fait des petites visites, mais j'ai bossé pendant 1 an dans une cantine, rien à voir.
Ouais.
Tu sais que le Covid, comme tout s'est arrêté.
T'as fini de travailler.
Et ouais, ben ouais. Et en fait, j'ai terminé mon contrat vendredi. Et donc là, c'est la toute reprise. Et tout ça, j'étais stressée. Putain, mais Monte Carlo, on fait. On est dans le tunnel, moi je suis paumée. Je dis, si j'étais avec un chauffeur étranger, je serais. Donc, je qu'on fait.
Ah non, monsieur, on avait un débutant.
Non, mais après, c'était.
Non, mais je rigole, c'est même pas vrai.
Moi, c'était. Tu vois, j'étais pas restée sur le fait qu'on puisse faire. Tu vois, je vais bosser au Bellambra dans 1 semaine.
Après, s'il y en a qui veulent le faire,
Ouais, non, ça.
tu vois ce que je veux dire, c'est.
Look just on the left side. So here we are in Cagnes-sur-Mer. Cagnes-sur-Mer. It's really famous for hippodrome on the left side. Hippodrome, this is for horse races. It's the most important in the south of France. So just close by the beach. And from Antibes, we must say, from just after Antibes, just after the fortress, the square fortress, until Nice, we have some pebbles in the beach. You will see in a few minutes, in a few seconds, that it's possible. We have some pebbles. We don't have sand in the beach. We have sand in Cannes. Just have a look on the left side. Can you see we have this a small village? You see on the left side, perched village with a castle that used to belong to Grimaldi family. Grimaldi, that I will talk when we will arrive in Monaco. Actually, the dynasty in Monaco, it's the dynasty of Grimaldi that exists since the 13th century. The oldest dynasty in Europe. And this castle that you see at the top of the village, it used to belong to these cousins of the Grimaldi. And this little place, so Cagnes-sur-Mer, this is the first village, and after it grows, as you can see. Place for fishermen. Here you will see in a few seconds we will reach a little chapel of the fishermen.
C'est bien, ça roule bien.
On n'a pas eu J'avais
Non,
un peu
franchement. Et le mercredi,
j'avais
ça
un peu
roule.
l'appréhension par rapport au morceau national 7
Ouais, moi aussi,
à
hein.
Louvet.
Moi
Mais
aussi.
bon, c'est passé.
Ah, nickel.
Moi j'ai cru que ça ralentissait.
En fait, ils sont tous.
Au niveau du Vaubronnier, à un moment ça ralentissait. En fait,
Ouais, non.
c'était juste le vélo qui roulait au milieu,
Ah,
alors
ouais.
que la piste cyclable à gauche, ça tu vas le dire.
Ah, parce que des fois, le National 7, c'est horrible.
Ah, c'est-
That will arrive not into the water soon. No, don't worry. But it will arrive in the airport of Nice. So look, it will arrive, and the air track of the airport of Nice is situated just here. I said, Cagnes-sur-Mer, where we are. After we have Saint-Laurent-du-Var, and that is really sticky. And after we will enter into the capital of French Riviera, Nice. Yeah, all the time when you arrive in the airport of Nice by plane, you say, ooh la la, water, water, water. The airport of Nice, you know, it's actually in France. It's the second biggest airport after the airports of Paris. And you have, first of all, Paris, and second position we have Nice International Airport. Look about this kind of old boat, typical boat that we call pointu. It was this kind of boat for fishermen. Actually, we have some people that restore those boats. You will see just on the right side, those just here. You have the little chapel of the fishermen, and just on the right side, those typical pointu. Just here on the right side.
Pas prendre la messe, parce que quel temps ils annonçaient la pluie. Il y a 2 jours, ils annonçaient la pluie.
Après, hier soir, j'ai pas regardé.
Moi, je leur dis direct 3 minutes.
On va aller leur distribuer le pique-nique là en haut.
Ouais, donc quand on arrivera.
Parce qu'en plus, ils ont tout préparé pour
Ah oui, à Monaco, oui, il y a
J'espère que le parking n'est pas fermé.
Bah, ton patron, il a dû se renseigner quand même.
Non, mais après, dans tous les cas, même si le parking est
Tu
fermé,
peux déposer,
voilà, c'est ce que j'ai
déposer, prendre, et après, voilà.
Voilà.
Called Le Bar, where we are actually Saint-Laurent-du-Var, and after, on the other side of the bridge, we enter into Nice. You have seen the air track of the airport, so when we arrive at the beginning of the town of Nice, by the shore, we arrive first of all close by the airport, and that is situated in the famous Promenade des Anglais, English promenade. Don't be jealous. I don't know if we have English on board, but just to know that even if it's an international promenade, why we have given the name of Promenade des Anglais, but because it's really a symbol today. Imagine that until the beginning of the 19th century, the access to the shore was really, really difficult. It was, as you have seen, the pebbles on the beach. In reality, it was little path with pebbles. It was not very easy. And at that time, the first aristocrats, especially English people, used to come to discover the French Riviera, Cannes, Nice, Menton, all this area. But imagine that the winter of 1820-21 was a really bad winter. Sometimes it's possible, you have to imagine that sometimes it's possible to have snow until the coast. Just imagine snow with the palm tree. It's possible sometimes. It's not usual to have this, but you have to know that it's possible. And this winter was too bad that all the farmers of this area, and we used to have a lot of farmers, and they cultivate flowers, not only flowers but vegetables, etc. All the farmers lost their cultured vegetable flowers. It was a tragedy. And a man, an Englishman, a reverend called Sir Lewis Way, had a great idea. He said, okay, we are going to employ those farmers to create a real road. Imagine that the works, the construction of this road were paid by the English aristocrats. So the idea came from one Englishman, English reverend, and the works were paid by English aristocrats. So that's why they decided to give the name of Promenade des Anglais, English promenade. So the airport, and on the left side, it's a district called Arenas, business area, business center, that increase more and more. And after the airport, you will choose your private jet if you want, and after we will follow the shore. So Nice, and when you enter Nice, it's written Nice, Nissa, Nissa. It's in the language of Nice, even if Nice, we are in France actually. I said we are in France actually, but before 1860, I said if we make a summary, Nice wasn't French. So there's a mix when you hear le niçois, this language. It's a little mix between French and Italian, just to have an idea. So if you want to choose a little jet, private jet, the only place he wants to have his jet totally clean.
Alors dis-moi, parce que je dois...
Trains, and here we have tramway. We don't have underground in Nice, but we have trams, tramway.
Là où c'est que tu peux rester garé, c'est derrière le bâtiment, derrière le rond.
Et là, tu payes pas? Il n'y a pas un mec qui passe pour te demander des sous?
Pendant un moment, c'était ça.
Ouais.
Alors
Tu
après,
demandais 50 balles,
après
ouais.
c'était plus rien. Après, ça se change tellement sur Nice. Je crois qu'à l'heure actuelle, il n'y a plus rien.
Ouais. Mais donc, tu peux te déposer à l'arrache maison des
Oui,
seniors.
bah, ça, on le fait toujours. Bon, après,
Faut faut faire vite.
Il faut les briefer un peu.
Ouais, tu leur dis. Parce que je vais avoir un petit groupe là de 20, mais si c'est des anciens.
Voilà, c'est. Et puis, bon, pour la reprise, quand c'est.
Tu vois, pour les croisières, je sais pas comment, j'ai pas encore commencé les croisières, moi. Mais les croisières, ils vous demandent quoi, d'aller à Garibaldi à la Mac, je veux dire.
Ma Mac, normalement, c'est ma Mac.
T'imagines quand on est censé faire le marché aux fleurs.
Il faut voir, ça fait une éternité que j'en ai pas fait de croisière.
Moi aussi. Et ouais.
On va prendre, mais nous, ça reprend aussi tout
Ouais, doucement, hein, c'est clair. Bah là, on a du boulot hein, quand même.
Oui, mais
ça se. Alors, par contre, les croisières, nous, moi, j'ai dû manipuler plusieurs croisières pour faire des groupes. Et en fait, à chaque fois, quand tu t'annules, il faut que tu te fasses remplacer. Là, elle disait, écoute, des fois oui, des fois non, c'est pas la peine parce que vu les ventes des excursions à bord, c'est pas top. Hein.
Nice, in Nice, in Promenade des Anglais, you will discover a lot of hotels, residents facing the sea. You can find also, we have just on the left side, you will discover a blue building that is the hospital specialized for children, L'Enval Hospital, just on the left side. You have some little treasures between those modern buildings. Sometimes you have some little house, little, more or less, but just have a look about this little pretty house on the left side, Rococo style. The after is more or less modern, 19th century. After, we have several buildings of Belle Époque, and you will discover in a few minutes another symbol of Nice, one of the most famous hotels of Nice, and that is the Negresco Palace, the only palace that we have in Nice. We have several hotels, several 5 stars, but palace we don't have a lot. And Negresco, that was inaugurated in 1912, created at the beginning by a violinist, a Romanian violinist. It was, during the Russian Revolution, it used to belong to the Russian community during one time. And actually, they will soon they begin some works, some restoration of this building. So I'm sorry for you, but you will have some. It won't be so easy to see the Negresco. It's totally new. We have this kind of restoration.
Ouais, ils restaurent le Negresco.
Ouais. Je sais pas s'ils font toute la façade.
Ils vont faire toute la façade en 2023, j'ai entendu ça. Et ça restaure dans tous les sens.
So the top French flag. After you have different hotels like West End, Westminster. Yes, why French flag? The owner, Madame Augier, that died. She died 2 years ago. Madame Augier, she has different suggestions to buy the Negresco. Imagine that she saved from the ruins this hotel just after the Second World War with her husband, and she saved. It was totally in ruin, and she transformed this place in really in a palace, and it's a foundation also. And so lots of people wanted to buy the Negresco. The Negresco is the symbol, and she said, no, 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 I don't want to sell it. I don't want it. It's not for to sell. No, it's not possible. Because in Cannes, for example, the Carlton Martinez, they were sold. They were sold. Another beautiful building, Palais de la Méditerranée, Mediterranean Palace, hotel, casino. We're not in Monaco, but casino we begin. Now we have casino here, several casinos in the Promenade des Anglais. As you can see, it's quiet this morning, but we begin to have some, after 2 years of COVID pandemic, it's once again now we have some people that arrive, so it's really good, really good. But it's full, there are lots of people, especially in summertime. People are walking here. So in a few seconds, you will have this view of Masséna Square. And after, on the right side, you will have all the oldest part of Nice, le Vieux Nice, le Vieux Nice. So Masséna Square, this is the place where we organize. Where we organize different events, concert, carnival. We have the Carnival of Nice that exists since the 13th century. One of the most important in Europe. This Carnival of Nice that belongs into this place. Before it was into this place and on the Promenade des Anglais. Actually, it's only in this Masséna Square, all around. We organize also the Nice. So just have a look. We have some different sculptures here, sculptures of men that represent the different continents. It's sculptures from a Spanish artist called Jaume Plensa. On the left side, normally we have some fountains. Actually, they prepare everything. I said they will put a huge giant screen on for Saturday, because Saturday the Nice, OGC Nice, they will play in Paris for the final Cup of France. So it's a big event. It means all the people that can't go to Paris, the supporters, they will go into this place. But
Et ils ont un pote, un super pote, qui est pour l'OGC Nice. Et il les a.
Masséna High School, public high school, just on the left side. Yeah, beautiful building. So after this green area, just after we have a huge park in marble, the facade in marble. All the artists just after the 60s, and we have the School of Nice, like Ben, Armand, Niki de Saint-Phal, into this museum. César,